Hello children. Last week I had explained you about the past. What is the difference between past and past perfect? I told you the answers also. Now again I want to tell you the answers, and let us go to the next topic. Okay children, I think I have given you some work. Have you done that work? So we'll ask you to come one day and submit the work. So be ready with your works and your books. Okay children. Now let us go to the front page here, Roman number 2. Let us go, and now I'll read the answers. See here in Roman number 2 here. When she came, C-A-M-E, came. Okay, you have to write past tense. Next, she had. When there is had or has or had forms, you have to use V3. Present tense, past tense and past participle. V3 means past participle. What is the past participle for this? T-O-R-N, torn. Tear, tore, torn. T-O-R-N, torn. And next, what is this? We asked. A-S-K-E-D, asked. Okay, next, here had form has come. When there is had form, you have to use V3 form, past participle. What is that? H-A-P-P-E-N-E-D, happened. Okay, next, she said, S-A-I-D, said. Next, she dash have quarrel. Have will change to had, H-A-D, had. Quarrel will change to V3 form. V3 means past participle. So that is quarreled. Q-U-A-R-R-E-L-L-E-D. Double R, double L. Q-U-A-R-R-E-L-L-E-D. Quarreled. Okay. Next, she dash him in race. Have will change to had. Had beaten. B-E-A-T-E-E-N. Beaten. B-E-A-T-E-N. Beaten. Had beaten him in the race, and he dash had, H-A-D, had tried, T-R-I-E-D, tried to push her. Next, she had told. Have will change to had, and next comes told. See the next page. Told. Tell will change to told. T-O-L-D, told. Next, and had chased. He had chased. Have will change to had. Chase will change to chased. Chased. Ed form. Next, again had, H-A-D, had. Fallen. Fall, fell, fallen. F-A-L-L-E-N, fallen. Down, and dash had, H-A-D, had. Tore. Tear, tore, torn. T-O-R-N, torn. Okay, you have to write torn. Had, torn. I think you got it. Now let us go. Underline the verbs and arrange them in 2 columns. Past and earlier past. You have to write in 2 columns. Earlier past means past perfect. Past perfect is also called earlier past. Okay. Now, my friends set out. What is the past tense here? Set out to see the caves in the next town, but I stayed. Stayed is also past tense, at home, because I had seen. Had seen is the earlier past, means past perfect. Whichever words are having had forms, they are called earlier past. Next, when they arrived. Next, arrived is the past tense. Came is also past tense. Had gone. Had gone is the past perfect. And here there is one had left also. See children, I forgot to underline here. You have to write down here. Had left also, you need to underline and write. Okay. Yes. Next, another thing you have is here. So they sat. Sat is past tense. Ate. Ate is also past tense. Next, had packed. Had packed. Next, returned. See here. Returned. Once see here children, returned. R-E-T-U-R-N-E-D, returned is past tense. Had fallen is the past perfect. Past perfect means earlier past. Okay, now dictionary work. I told you to do the dictionary work. I think you have done the dictionary work. See, by the end of the journey, we had run out of drinking water. By the end of the journey, we had run out. What is meant by run out here? We had run out of drinking water. Okay, look at the verb run out in the sentence. It is a phrasal verb. It has two parts, a verb and a preposition or an adverb. Phrasal verbs often have meanings that are different from the meanings of their parts. Here, now what he is saying is, see, first you should know the meaning of run out. Run out means scarcity of water. End of the journey, they had water. When the journey is yet to be end, there was scarcity of water. Run out means not running and going away. Okay. See, phrasal verb. What is meant by phrasal verb? Phrasal verb means verb plus preposition. First you will have a verb. Next you will have any preposition or adverb. That if after a verb, one preposition, either a preposition or either an adverb, any one will be there, verb or preposition or adverb along with a verb. When you have verb and along with that you have preposition, it is called phrasal verb. Sometimes you have preposition, sometimes you have another adverb. Okay children, so such types of verbs are called phrasal verbs. Run out, out is a preposition, here run is verb. Okay, now see here, burn out, light up, light it means lighting. Next, look on means seeing, look means see, on is a preposition, run out, keep out. See, these all are verbs plus preposition. Okay, they are called phrasal verbs. When a verb plus preposition, it is called phrasal verb. Instead of preposition, sometimes you get adverb also. Okay, now write down the sentences in which they occur, consult a dictionary and write down the meaning that you think matches the meaning of the phrasal verb in the sentence. You should know the meanings. I think you have done the meanings. Yes, what is meant by burnout? You should know the meaning of burnout. Burning out means what? Burning the whole part. Okay, when this one is burned, see here, when it is completely burned or destroyed by fire, it is called burnout. Okay, now you have to know the sentence. What is the sentence you have seen there? Did you note down the sentence, children? Burnout, where is this burnout and all? Did you note down? You should note down. See here, in number 12 turned out to be nothing but a burnt out shell. It is in page 14. Number 12 turned out to be nothing. See, underline that burnout, make it a box and write the meaning. Burnout means completely destroyed by fire. Okay. Next, that you underline that whole sentence. Next, what is the next one? Light up. Light up, here comes what? Here Connie has light up her house with candles, isn't it? Now see here in page 15, light up. Here light up means became bright with happiness. Okay. Here what I said, burn with candles, that is not. Here children, one thing you should understand, in phrasal verbs, actually what is it is saying is, in phrasal verbs you should know the inner meaning will be different, the outer meaning will be different. The phrasal verbs will be of two meanings. Okay children, so one will be running out. For example, take run out. Run means running and going away. No, it's not running and going. Okay, it's just in the inner meaning is scarcity. Here burn out means completely burned out. Burn out means burning and going out. No, it is completely burnt. Light up means happiness. Light up means you light a lamp or light a candle, but another meaning is feeling happy. Here see, light up means become bright with happiness. Okay, now see here, where is the sentence in page number 15? That was the moment her eyes lit up with recognition. Light, sometimes phrasal verbs you have to change the tense also children. Remember that you need to change the tense also for the phrasal verbs. Light, lit, okay, with recognition and her face suffused with a sudden glow of happiness. This sentence is in page number 15, lit up. Now next comes look on. Next comes look on. What is look on? What is here meaning is, see here, looked on here means what? Continue to look on. She always looks on me means she always stares at you. Looking on continuously is called look on. Now see here, what is the sentence? Hans Ulf and I looked on and cheered means Hans Ulf and Jim McPherson, they were looking at the game played by the soldiers and they were clapping hands and they were staring at the football game, isn't it? That is called look on, means continuously observing. Okay, continue to look is called look on. Next, this is in page number 12. You look on. You can looked on. You can underline that. Next, run out. Here means consumed. Here run out means consumed. The snaps and the and the rum and the sausage had long since run out. Here, see here. What here means run out here means consumed. They consumed. Consume means they drank. What did they drink? Sausage. Okay. And next, Hansulf, keep out. Keep out means keep out of reach of children. You on your medicine bottles, on their tablets, they write keep out reach of children. They write. Why means you must be away from the children. That medicine must be kept away from the children. So out. It should be far. Okay. Now see here. Keep out here means be away from. It should be far from you. Far from the children. So here Hansulf and I cheered, clapping our hands and stamping our feet to keep out the cold and much as anything. See the sentence there in page number 12. You will have that in the page number 12. Okay children. See here. Here I said look at the verb run out, or in this sentence it is a phrasal. It has two parts. I explain you here. Okay children. Phrasal verbs often have meanings. Okay. Now what I want to say is phrasal verb will be always either with preposition or with adverb. Okay. That is the first point you should remember. Next point, the phrasal verb, the inner meaning will be different, the outer meaning will be different. You think run out means running and going away. No, it's not like that. The inner meaning is different. Here run out means consumed. Okay, he has run out the sausage and rum. Rum also is one drink. So run out means running with the drinker. No, drinking, consuming. Okay, so phrasal verbs have one meaning upper way, in one meaning inner meaning will be different. Depending on the context, the situation, depending on the sentence, you have to identify it. Okay children. Now next comes noun phrase. Now what is the noun phrase? Let us see. Read the following sentence. I took out a small black tin box. The phrase in italics is a noun phrase. Small black tin box. Here, about what are we talking? I took out a small black tin box. About which we are talking? What is the item here? Box. So, box is called a head word. Box is called a head word. Before this head word, if there is some description, that is called noun phrase. That means if we are describing this box, how is this box? Small, black, and which material? Tin. Okay, small black tin box. So we are describing this box and then we are mentioning it. First we are giving the description and then we are bringing the item here. So this box is called a head word. Before this head word, if the explanation is given, that is called noun phrase. Okay, now see here, the phrase in italics is a noun phrase. Italics means some cross. Small black tin box. Okay, now it has a noun. What is this? What is the noun there? Box as the head word, and there are three adjectives preceding it. Before a noun, if there are adjectives preceding, they are called noun phrase. Okay children. Red-faced man. How is that man's face? Red-faced. Okay. Black thin umbrella or black small umbrella. Small black umbrella. I say small black umbrella. So how is the umbrella? How about what I am talking? Umbrella. How is that? Small and which color? Black. Okay. So when we are describing before, where is the noun? Noun is in the last. Before that, what are adjectives are there preceding it? Preceding means before it. There are some adjectives. What type of that item is that? They are describing it. Such adjectives, such italics are called, such phrases are called noun phrase. Okay children, I think you have understood this. Now let us go to the next topic. Okay children, now let us come to the next page. I'll explain you the next part in the next video. Okay. Now just be ready with your books with the next page.